Hi, everyone. So we are now at day 7 of Dr. Moss's absence. He's coming back soon. Don't worry. For some of you, this might actually even be the final Rashi that you do with me. So let's get going. So this is right after the story of the Akedat Yitzchak, right after the binding of Isaac ends. That story ends. Abraham goes home. And interestingly enough, the Torah never tells us that Isaac goes home. The next time we hear of Isaac is when Abraham brings a wife for him back from Abraham's homeland. And we hear that Yitzchak came from Be'er Lachai. So the question is, did Yitzchak go home and then go to Be'er Lachai, then come back? Or does dad and son split their way, go in different directions after this, which is an interesting thought. But then we get this idea, and the years of Sarah were 127. So what do you think the kasha here is? Pretty easy one, I think, right? Write your kasha there. And Rashi is, of course, is going to ask, we've seen this before, right? Why doesn't the Torah just say the years of Sarah's life were 127? So write in Rashi's comment there, and write the Teirutz as well. And your Teirutz to that, what's your answer? And now let's see what Rashi is going to say. So Rashi says, well, the reason the Torah divides up her life into 120 and 7 is actually to tell us that each component of her life, the 100 years, 20 years, and 7 years, there is some kind of significance to each of those pieces, and you wouldn't have actually gotten that if it just said she was 127 years old. So, like, if I were to say Rabbi Light is 50, is instead of saying Rabbi Light is 53 years old, Rabbi Light is 20 and 30 and 3. And so you would ask yourself, well, what is the 20 significant for? What is the 30 significant for? And what is the 3 significant for? And it kind of makes you want to ask the question about that. I think Rashi also, in Rashi's answer, is Rashi loves to kind of talk about, like, to kind of parallel. Oh, the 100 years were like the 7 in this way. The 20 were like the 7 in this way. So that's just kind of Rashi talking there. So give us Rashi's um, give us Rashi's answer there. I think I made a mistake here, but we're going to move right to this next one right here. Abraham was now old, and God blessed Abraham with everything. And Abraham said to the senior servant, "Take a wife for my son." Again, Abraham was now old. God blessed Abraham with everything. And Abraham said to his senior servant, "Take a wife for my son." What's your kasha there? Or what do you think Rashi's kasha is? And what is Rashi's actual kasha? If the Torah now states that Abraham is blessed with everything that he needs, why does the Torah then immediately go into the idea that Abraham needs something else? Basically, help from his servant to find a wife for his son. It seems to be a contradiction. First, Abraham has everything, but actually, he doesn't have everything. It's kind of actually interesting. Like, is it that the moments when we think we have everything, is that the very moment when we kind of are like, maybe actually we don't have everything. Like the moment where that's the moment of biggest clarity, because when we're striving for stuff, maybe it all becomes mush, and we're kind of like, oh, if I just had that, I would have everything. But the moment where we're like, I do have everything, but I still need something else. But so what's Rashi's kasha? What's your teirutz? Why? I guess I kind of gave a psychological teirutz. Let's see what Rashi has to say. The gematria of the word with everything is the same as the gematria of the word son. By the way, what is gematria? Gematria is that every single letter of the alphabet, the Hebrew alphabet, has a number connected with it. So Aleph is 1, Bet is 2, Gimel is 3, Dalet is 4, and so on and so on. And actually, we just had the holiday of Tu B'Shvat recently, and Tu B'Shvat is actually the date, the 2 of the month of Shvat. And what is 2? Tet Vav. Tet is 9. Vav is 6. 9 plus 6 is 15. So the 2 B'Shvat is actually the 15th day of the month of Shvat. So here we have Gematria 2. So again, the answer. The Gematria of the word Hakol is the same as the Gematria of the word son. Is that true? Be is 2. K is 20, Lamed is 30, so 52, and let's say Ben is 2, and Nun is 50. So 52, 52. Yep, absolutely. The gematria of the word son is the same as with everything. It reminds so that when God blesses with everything, the word Bekal reminds Abraham about his son, and now that he's thinking about his son, he recalls that his son could really use a wife. I don't know if you're all going to agree with that. I don't know if that's a great Rashi, but it's certainly ingenious to kind of say, we're not just looking at words, we're looking at the number equivalents of that and what other words mean that number equivalents. All right, write in Rashi's Teirutz, and let's go to, I guess we did it. So we are done, and I'll see you possibly one more time for Rashi's Kushiot and Teirutzim.